women are killing their kids. I haven't seen lately a man stabbing his two kids.
It happens.
Because the wife was cheating or doing whatnot.
It happens.
You look at your innocent little girls in the face 2-3 years and you stab them until they die because your husband has come back home late or because you're having marital issues. And then you want to go ahead and say, oh, you know, men do bad things to women. Men, husbands are doing bad things to their wives. So it justifies. Or nowadays there's this rubbish and nonsense of mental health. Because I'm mentally sick, therefore my shoe is hurting. You know, mental health, this to me is my conclusion, personally. Wickedness reigns nowadays in these homes. This is a wicked woman. She deserves to be, actually, she deserves the death penalty, to be honest. I don't know what you think, CEO, about this issue.
Let me tell you one thing. First of all,
Yeah.
I find it very funny. I find it funny that men and women have to put curfew
On each other.
to each other. That means that there's no trust. Lack of trust has become one of the biggest issues in relationships. And if you don't have trust, you don't have why are you in relationship anyway? Why are you married if you don't trust your partner? You should be going a different ways anyway. If you do not trust the man, go. If you don't trust the woman, separate or get a better thing to do. So this woman, I think, pushed it too far. And pushing it too far is by trying to say you must come by 6, you came late, you are stabbing. And sometimes we actually give, you know, when we say that if you want to give something a bad name and then kill it, it's just giving mental health. Sometimes we give mental health a bad name.
Exactly.
Because we have our own shortcomings.
Okay, can I give the other side
Yes.
of it maybe?
Yes.
And I know maybe this is not going to be popular, but I do feel like there are situations, and I won't say just men towards women, but I think even women towards men in marriages, where people treat their partners and their spouses like this one can take anything. I can do whatever I want. I can hurt this person however which way I want. I can treat them however which way and they'll just sit there and take it. People are human beings. There are times where people will crack and people will break and people can have psychotic. Me, I honestly think in that kind of a situation, because it seems like such a tiny thing, he comes home late past curfew and you kill your kids. There has to be a build up to that. And so my question would also be like, first of all, what has happened so much in that marriage that this woman has felt that curfew must be put in place? You know what I mean? I don't think it's fair to also act like this man is innocent, he's just a perfect husband, and you know, he just so happens to come late home one day, and the woman, because she's wicked, she goes and kills her kids. As in, like this, there has to be bigger things in this conversation, and we also have to look at the way we treat people, we treat each other within a relationship. You can't just push, and there are a lot of men, they row their wives, and you can't push women and expect nothing to happen. People will crack. People are human beings.
And kill their kids.
Well, yes, people have psychotic breaks and kill their kids. And so that's what I'm saying. That's just the other side to think about it. As like, honestly, don't arouse someone and not expect them to psychologically break. People crack.
So what's holding you in that marriage? Why can't you just...
That's why I said trust, move.
Up and go. Why are you killing
Can
someone?
I add
Okay, yes,
Yes,
please,
of
Dr.
course.
my 20
Tell us,
cents?
tell us.
You know, actually, and Melissa, you may think it's unpopular, but it's actually not. What you're saying, I tend to agree with you. There is a judgment recently in the Kenyan courts. This lady who had done something like that, and it was extreme. The judge ruled, the woman walked away scot-free, and the judge ruled it is something called extreme provocation. Extreme provocation.
Yes.
And if so, this woman, apparently she's alive, and if she's, obviously she'll have to go in and have to prove her case. I think that's what her lawyers would be arguing on in terms of that extreme provocation. But it just brings us back to what we were talking about, anger management. I think it's important for, just going back to the previous celebrity we were talking about, coming out and say, guys, I cannot handle this well. When people are even breaking up sometimes, coming out fully and saying we have, not because they are glamorizing divorce or separation, but because it's going to make it okay for somebody else. Yeah? So for everything, there's a give and take. That it is important for, because somebody's just seated there suffering in silence, not knowing how will people take it.